Hello and welcome to a new Pandora FMS video in our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about a feature included since version 7.52 and that will help us make some modifications to Pandora FMS server configuration file more easily. For that we will access the web console of our environment and we will go to the servers view. Here the first thing we have to do is check that our Pandora FMS server has remote configuration enabled. Otherwise, we will not be able to use the feature we're discussing. So first we go to the terminal and we access the configuration file to change the value of the remote_config line from 0 to 1. As you may know, after any modification we make to this file, we have to restart the service for the changes to become effective. Once done, we return to the console, to the servers view and load the page again. As we can see, now our remote configuration icon appears in this section. We just have to click on it, and it will take us to the editors of the server configuration file. By default, the first one that appears is the new element that has been added. It is the standard editor. In this window, you can make some modifications regarding the server configuration file more easily. As we can see, the first block will offer us the option to enable or disable each of the dedicated servers in Pandora FMS through a token. This will work exactly the same as when we set each of the lines to 1 or 0 to activate and deactivate it accordingly in the plain text configuration file. The second block of options will allow us to add or subtract threads for certain servers and also the possibility of changing the timeout defined in seconds. Finally, there's a space reserved for other configurations. This section includes the possibility of indicating the ID of the group to which the agents added to Pandora FMS environment will be assigned by default if nothing is specifically indicated during its creation, forcing this auto-creation and enabling the auto-creation of agents when data files with an agent ID that does not exist in the system are received. These are the possible configurations that we may find in this feature under the item Standard Editor. But if we look at it, next to it we find another one called Advanced Editor. This editor is the text type file that we have always seen when activating the remote configuration and that we also find when we access from the terminal. Here we will find all the options that this file has and that we can modify it exactly as we did until now. In either case, when we have made any modification from the web interface, we will only have to click on Update so that the changes are saved and applied. Remember also that when we have remote configuration enabled, only changes made from these editors take effect. If we try to modify any parameter from the terminal, it will not be carried out. And that was it for today's video. Do not forget it, if you liked the video, please smile, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember that if you're interested in trying Pandora FMS Enterprise, you may contact us to get a free 30-day trial.